Welcome back to the Tree of Life Crochet Along. In this video we'll be doing rows 8 and 9 together because they're pretty simple. Row 8 is just single crochets and the occasional chain 1, and then we are going to be on the back of the work on that row, and then we'll do row 9 where it's just single crochets, and we'll be anchoring down the left and right loops. And let you look at, excuse me, again, I always do that, at my written instructions. Okay, if you want to take a screenshot. Okay, well, let's get started. Okay, just like we did with the first row of flowers, we'll have 9 single crochets between each flower or petals and stem, and there's number 9. And then in the next stitch, that's where all of the loops are anchored, and then in the next stitch, that's the next single crochet that we're going to be crocheting into for 9 single crochets between the flowers. So it's really easy. But the first thing we're going to do is make sure we get in 4 single crochets, and we already have our first one here. Okay, and if you don't, go ahead and put it in. Okay, so that's my first one. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip these loops and go into that next available single crochet right there. Okay, and now we're going to make 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, just keep going into every single crochet, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 single crochets, chain 1, skip the loops, make sure you're going this way over the loops, okay? Push them that way, out of your way. Okay, hop over to this first available single crochet, and we're going to make 9 single crochets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and you're not going to crochet into that right there. It looks like you're going to skip one, but don't crochet into that. Okay, we only need 9 single crochets. Okay, chain 1, skip these loops, and go into that first available single crochet over here. Make a single crochet, and you're going to have 9 more all together. 2, 3, and you just do this all the way down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, chain 1, skip over these loops, push them back that way, and come over here to this first available single crochet right at the end of that chain, and make 9 more single crochets. Okay, it's just the chain 1 when you get to the chains, to the loops, and single crochets. 9 single crochets, chain 1, skip the loops, 9 single crochets, over and over till the end of the row, and I will meet you back at the end of this row. Okay, here I am at my last flower. Chain 1, skip over it, work into that single crochet on the other side of the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Chain 1 and turn. Put a single crochet into that first stitch. Okay, and now we're going to turn our work. And row 9, we're going to make 6 single crochets. Okay, so we already have our first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and the directions say anchor the right loop into the next stitch with a single crochet. Okay, so make sure you're grabbing the right loop. Lay them all out. Okay, and make sure it's not twisted. Okay, and you're going to lay it over the next single crochet. Just lay it over that stitch. Okay, and make sure you can see it through the loop. It's right there. Okay, put your hook through it. Make sure you catch that loop. And we're going to make a single crochet into that stitch and over this loop. Okay, so we've anchored it into place with a single crochet into the next single crochet. Okay, in the next step, 2 single crochets and then 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space. Okay, so look behind that loop and find the next single crochets. There and there. 1 and 2, and now we're going to single crochet into this chain 1 space right here. Okay, and then we're going to make 2 more single crochets. Okay, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then anchor the left loop into the next stitch with a single crochet. Okay, grab that left loop and we're going to position it over that next single crochet in the row right there. We're going to put a single crochet in there and we're going to work over this loop at the same time to anchor it into place like that. Single crochet, and now that one is anchored. Okay, and the middle one is being left alone right now. And now we are going to make 3 single crochets. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then it says to repeat 2 through 7 to end of row. Okay, and anchor right loop into next stitch. Okay, so position your right loop over that next single crochet, and we're going to single crochet that loop into place, into that stitch with a single crochet. Okay, make sure it's not twisted. Okay, and now we're going to make 2 single crochets into the next 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and we're going to single crochet into this chain 1 space, and we're going to make 2 more single crochets. 1 and 2, and now we're going to anchor the left loop onto the next single crochet. Okay, so let's position it into place. Right over that next stitch. Okay. Let's see, which way does it go? It goes this way. Make sure it's not twisted. Okay, there it is. Insert your hook and make a single crochet. Okay, there we have it. And now we're going to make 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, anchor the right loop into place. Over your next stitch and put a single crochet in there. Okay, and now we're going to do 2 single crochets, another single crochet into that space, and then 2 more single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets all together. Okay, let's go into that next stitch. 1, 2, and into that chain 1 space, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to anchor the left loop into place over that next stitch with a single crochet, just like that. And now let's do 3 single crochets, go into that next stitch, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now we're going to anchor the right loop down over the next stitch. Okay, so make sure it's in the right position and not twisted. Put it over that stitch, insert your hook into that stitch and over that loop and make a single crochet. Okay, so now it's anchored in there. And now we're going to make 5 single crochets, go into the next available stitch. 1, 2, and now into that space, 3, and into the next single crochets, 4 and 5. Okay, and now we are going to anchor the left loop. Okay, make sure it's positioned the right way. Put it over that next stitch and make a single crochet, and now it's anchored in place. Okay, and now 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to anchor the next right loop. Okay, let's position it the right way over the next stitch. Okay, and make a single crochet. And now we're going to make 5 single crochets. Okay, there and there for the first 2. 1, 2, and then that chain 1 space. 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to anchor the left leaf or the left loop. Okay, let's anchor it over that next stitch and make a single crochet into that stitch, and there we have it. And we're going to keep doing that all the way down. I'm going to show you one more time, and then I'll meet you at the end of this row. 1, 2, 3 single crochets between each flower, and 3, and then we're going to anchor the right leaf over that next stitch, okay, with a single crochet, and then we're going to make 5 single crochets. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is in that chain 1 space, 4, and 5, okay, and then we're going to anchor the left leaf down over the next stitch with a single crochet. There we go. And now that one's anchored in place. 1, 2, 3. So 3, anchor, and then 5, and then anchor. Okay, all the way to the end. And I will see you at the end of this row. Okay, I just did my next to the last flower, and now I'm going to make my 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to anchor down my right loop over my next stitch with a single crochet, and now I'm going to make my 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're really close to the edge. In the next stitch, we're going to anchor down the left loop. Okay, let's position it over that next stitch. Insert our hook, make a single crochet, and now that one is anchored down, and we'll have one more single crochet to make for that row. There we go. And now chain 1 and turn, and let's go ahead and put a single crochet into that first stitch under your chain 1, and we are ready for the next row. And I will see you guys in the next video.